Hi everyone and welcome to my second Motovlog. There's something special about the tour I'm doing today, but I'm not gonna tell now. I'm gonna tell in the end of the video, and then you can have some fun figuring it out. Further, I'll just be talking about whatever pops to mind because I don't really have a topic planned. But I was wondering, maybe you can give me your opinion about that. To put my Baffler, my DB killer, back into my exhaust, my tailpipe, if you will. Because sometimes when I'm on a freeway or a long straight road, it gets annoying. It sounds nice when you're riding playful, but it gets annoying when you're riding straight for a long time. The reason why I'm asking your opinion is because I can't make up my damn mind. There are as well reasons to keep the Baffler out as to put them back in. The reasons to put them back in would be, I think it's a little bit less nervous on low speeds with the Baffler in, and riding with the Baffler out doesn't always bring out the best in me and in people around me. So when you're riding with an open exhaust, people tend to expect a bit of a sportive way of riding, and I do that sometimes, but not all the time. So it tends to provoke the numbheads in a cage, and it brings out the child in me. A lot. So those would be reasons to put it back in. Reasons to keep it out would be the sound is just adorable with the Baffler out, and it did save my ass once while I was filtering. This guy who changed lanes without checking his mirror. I gave it a quick ref and he immediately knew that I was there and backed off. Of course the horn would do that just as well, I suppose, but mainly the sound is delicious without the Baffler. Oh, thanks for spilling some fucking rocks here. So give me your opinion about that. Then another question people ask me from time to time: why do I ride a naked sports and not a super sports? First of all, to be quite honest, I do prefer super sports. I just like the way they look, I like the way they sound, and I like the way they ride. But I am 6'5" tall, so almost 2 meters in a metric system, which makes it very hard to find a super sports that will fit me and will be tolerable for me for more than 20 minutes. Because I am 6'5", but I have extremely long legs compared to my upper torso. So some 600s are so tiny to me that I can touch my ass with my heels without lifting my feet off the pegs. And at that point you just know it's too fucking small for you. You can ride that for 10 minutes and then you're exhausted. The only thing that will fit me are in fact hyper sports, like the Hayabusa or the 1400cc version from Kawasaki. These will fit me perfectly. But these are not the most manageable bikes, and I'm not that great of a rider to be released on the road on one of those. I'll probably die soon. Another question I get quite often is why I ride so slow when I'm videotaping. The reason why I ride rather slow when I'm making videos is A, not to set too much of a bad example for maybe some youngsters who might be watching, and B, Belgium is a small country run by very petty and small people who will actually browse YouTube to find people on motorcycles or in cars that make videos of themselves doing excessive speeds, and then they have up to 1 or 2 years to fine you for that shit. And I really can miss a fine like that for the moment. So that's the main reason why I ride rather slow when I'm making a vlog. I do like to give it some beans every now and then, but you have to be careful if you're in a country with only 11 million people, and how many of those are making videos and posting those on the internet. It happened before that people got serious fines or lost their license because of something they put on YouTube. I wonder if you can guess what the meaning of my tour of the days. You have to keep your eye on a certain thing, which you will see plenty of. So my first Motovlog in retrospect wasn't that great. I hope this one is a bit better, but I have to practice. Another topic I wanted to brush was why people worry so much. And what I mean with that is general worrying without any specific reason to worry. By example, a family member of mine, I'm not going to specify, is constantly worried about his health. He's perfectly healthy, there's not a single problem with him, but he's always worried about his health, and that topped off with some other stress factors will give him anxiety attacks. So I wonder why worry if there's no indication of an immediate threat. Okay, if you suddenly notice a lump around your liver or whatever, then might be a good plan to have that checked out by the doctor, and it's acceptable that you're a bit worried at that time. But if there's nothing wrong with you, don't worry. People often ask me if I'm never worried about anything, but I just only worry when there's something to worry about. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but some people just seem to go out of their way to find a reason to walk around worried. So my motto, if there's no indication that there's something wrong, don't worry, be happy. That was another short topic. Should have prepared something for this motovlog, but that's me. I never prepare for anything. I remember in high school we had these, in the last year of high school we had these this task we had to work on the entire year, and then at the end of the year you had to do a bit of a, how do you call that, a presentation of the work you did. And my preparation for that task, so other people worked on it for a full school year, and my preparation for that task was 3, maybe 4 hours. Needless to say that I failed miserably. But that's me, I never prepare for much. I just take life as it comes and try to make the best of it. And so far that has always worked out for me. One more reason why I don't worry too often. The only thing I worry about is getting speeding tickets here in Belgium. Yeah, don't wave, motherfuckers. People are not in a wavy mood today. There's the 10th guy on a bike or scooter in this case. I waved at and no one returns my waves. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop? Okay. I just went to the dentist this morning. Oh, I love the dentist. I'm always terrified when I have to go there. There's a good reason why I'm terrified. In fact, when I was young, I went to this dentist that was who was really close to retirement. He was really old, and I don't think he still had all his wits, if you will. So he was actually a bit too old to still perform the work of a dentist. And I needed to have 2 of my rear teeth removed. So these were still children's teeth because the new ones were below and the old ones didn't want to come out by themselves. And he had pulled the right teeth, but he had sedated the wrong ones. So he basically pulled out teeth without any serious form of sedation on one of the 2 teeth. One was half sedated because he sedated the one next to that one, but the other one was just not sedated at all. That was so bloody pain. I can't even begin to describe how painful that was. So you have to think a tooth which isn't loose at all. Luckily a children's tooth, so it doesn't have that deep of a root, but still it wasn't loose at all. And he just pulled it out like that, really slowly. Hair still get up on my back when I think about it. And then there are other annoying things. So that's the most pain. After that, going to the dentist has never been that painful anymore. But there are other annoying things. So they tend to clean out little bits and pieces when they scratch away something to see if there's a hole or whatnot. They tend to clean out with this pressurized water. So if they do this a lot, your mouth tends to fill up with that water and with your spit, of course. And then the tube to suck away that water and your spit is never really adequate. So you're there drowning in your own spit and blood, and then they tend to ask you questions while you're sitting there with a mouth half full of spit and blood. They ask you a question and they're somewhat surprised you can't answer. So yeah, that's why I don't like going to the dentist. I'm happy I went this morning, so that means right now is the longest possible period before I have to go back again. I am blessed with good teeth, luckily. I'm over 30 now and I just had my first tiny little hole filled this morning. Not many people can say that, I think. Let's just follow this scooter. I'm so happy there's some sun out, because I took the day off from work. I planned this long in advance, 2 months ago I think. And I'm happy because this is the first sunny day in quite a while in Belgium for the moment. Since my last motovlog, I think. There were some sunny periods, but no dry and sunny days like this. I don't really mind riding in the rain, but my bike is reasonably clean now, and I hate cleaning it after a ride through the rain. Because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that. I don't just quickly clean it, then I have to clean every crack and every hole, and it takes about 8 hours to clean it perfectly. That's one of the downsides of having a naked sports. With the super sports you basically clean the fairing and the wheels and you're done with it. On a naked sports, yeah, you have all the naked parts of the engine that also need some attention when you clean it. Otherwise you have half a clean bike. I wonder if you have figured out what to look for in this video. I'll tell you in the end, and then you can have fun rewinding the video and trying to keep up. Another reason why I'm quite happy to have the day off today, of course I'm always happy to have the day off, but now especially the last few weeks there has been a strike in one of the major sea terminals in Rotterdam. And I work in the port of Antwerp, and we can really feel the difference because Maersk, one of the major container liners, has diverted a lot of ships that were meant to make berth in Rotterdam. They have diverted them to Antwerp, and I think our office has been turning at 300% the past week and a half to try and process all the extra containers for our customers passing through our port. It's probably why I'm not having the greatest vlog today as well. I'm a bit tired still. I should have slept later this morning. But I have a 5-year-old daughter, so yeah, when she wakes me up, she wakes me up. No way to go around that. I don't see her all too often, haven't seen her at all the past week and a half due to the extreme volumes I had to process at the office. I went back from my new job in sales and marketing to the operational task that I used to do before, just because my colleagues couldn't handle it, and then one of them didn't show up because she was ill. Another one of them is on maternity leave, so even she came back half a day to try and cope with the additional work. Major tunnel ref. I'll leave it at that for my special tour because it was long enough as it was. And I'll check you guys later.